I don't know about you, but I simply cannot stop thinking about Ginny and Georgia. This isn't just your average trauma series. It's a whirlwind of raw emotions, jaw-dropping twists, and moments that hit you straight in the heart. From Georgia's mysterious and dark past to Ginny's powerful emotional journey, the complexities of their mother-daughter relationship are something you can't look away from. Every single episode is packed with tension, revelations, and enough drama to keep you hooked for hours. And let's be honest, this show doesn't just keep you coming back for more. It pulls you back, making you feel like you're part of their world. The twists and turns are so addictive it's impossible to resist. If you're like me, you know exactly what I mean. I'm totally, unapologetically obsessed, and I just can't get enough. With Season 3 just around the corner, I think it's finally time to dive back into the chaos, the emotions, and the messy brilliance that is Ginny and Georgia. Because let's be real, there's so much to unpack. And if you're anything like me, you've been replaying that jaw-dropping Season 2 finale over and over in your head. The suspense, the heartbreak, the betrayal, it's all still so fresh. And now, knowing that Season 3 is set to pick up immediately after the Season 2 cliffhanger, the stakes feel higher than ever. Let's talk about one of the most gut-wrenching moments, Georgia's arrest on her wedding day, in front of everyone she holds dear. Can you even begin to imagine the emotional whiplash? One minute she's twirling in her stunning white dress, feeling like she's finally secured a future filled with love, happiness, and stability. She's ready to step into a new chapter, believing she's made it, she's got her man, her kids, and a fresh start. And then, in a flash, the fairy tale shatters. She's yanked away in handcuffs, charged with the murder of Tom Fuller. The shockwave of that moment rattled everything in the show. It's not just a plot twist, it's an emotional tidal wave. One that leaves you breathless and questioning everything you thought you knew about this family. If somehow you missed it, spoiler alert, Georgia's dark past catches up with her. She's being charged with Tom Fuller's murder. And I'm not talking about a casual slip-up. No, this was cold and calculated. In that haunting scene, Georgia quietly smothers Tom with a pillow. And while she might have convinced herself it was an act of mercy or justice, let's not sugarcoat it. It was murder, plain and simple. But what makes it even more horrifying is that Georgia's son, Austin, was there. He saw the entire thing. The weight of that moment, it's impossible to ignore. The psychological toll it takes on both of them, Austin carrying that secret, Georgia burdened by the consequences. It's terrifying, heartbreaking, and deeply, deeply complicated. We've all been on Georgia's side at some point. She's fierce, she's protective, and we've seen her fight tooth and nail for her kids, even if it means crossing moral lines. But at what cost? Her love is never uncomplicated. It's shadowed by dangerous secrets, and it carries consequences that have haunted Ginny for her entire life. And now, it seems the roles are starting to shift. Ginny, who spent years trying to outrun the darkness of her mother's choices, is facing a crossroads. It's her turn to make a choice. Will she continue to stand by her mother's side even with all the mess? Or will she finally choose herself? That's where it gets really tough. For 2 seasons, Ginny has been torn between wanting a normal life and understanding the hurricane that is her mother. She's been through trauma, heartbreak, and betrayal, struggling to find her identity amidst the chaos. And now, we're asking her to risk it all again. To sacrifice everything for someone who constantly lives in that murky, morally gray space. Can she keep sacrificing herself, time and time again, for someone who's never truly black and white? The Season 3 teaser gives us a glimpse into this. Inner conflict. Is it still Ginny and Georgia against the world? That question, it hits hard. Because maybe, just maybe, Ginny is ready to break free from the constant pull of her mother's shadow. Maybe she's done trying to play the game where her identity gets lost in the chaos. Maybe she's finally ready to forge her own path, no matter how painful that decision might be. But here's the kicker. No matter how messy and flawed Georgia is, the love between her and Ginny is undeniable. It's powerful. It's complicated. And it's this very bond that makes the show so gripping. So, as we head into season 3, I'm left wondering, will their relationship survive this next storm? Or is this the beginning of the end for their mother-daughter bond? Let me know what you think. Are you still holding out hope that Ginny and Georgia will stick together? Or do you think it's time for Ginny to finally put herself first? This emotional roller coaster is far from over, and I can't wait to see where it takes us. Let's talk about Georgia's relationships because, let's be honest, they're a ticking time bomb in season 3, and the fuse is burning fast. Georgia has always walked a razor-thin line between love and survival. But now, everything she's built, every lie, every charm, every carefully constructed relationship is on the verge of collapse. And it's not just the law that's closing in on her. It's the people she loves most. First up, Paul, her new husband, the guy who promised her forever. But how do you build a marriage on half-truths and hidden bodies? Paul went into this relationship thinking he knew Georgia, but he doesn't even know half the story. And once everything starts unraveling Georgia's arrest, her past, the people she's hurt, he'll be forced to confront the woman he married, and whether love can survive that kind of betrayal. It's going to test him in ways we've never seen before. Then there's Joe. Oh, Joe. The man who's known her since Wellsbury's early days. He's seen her fade crack before, but now he's staring directly into the chaos behind her smile. The teaser already hints at friction between them, and it's the kind of tension that screams unresolved feelings. So the question is, do we still believe in Joe and Georgia? Can there be something real between them, or has Georgia scorched that bridge beyond repair? Part of me wants to root for them so badly, but another part knows how destructive Georgia's love can be. And of course, we have to talk about Marcus, arguably the most controversial character in Ginny's world, and honestly, one of the most complex. His season 2 arc was raw, emotional, and heartbreakingly real. After his breakup with Ginny, we saw a vulnerable side of Marcus that made it impossible not to care. He was spiraling, battling his mental health, and for once, a teen drama actually took that seriously. No cheesy fixes, no romanticizing depression, just honest, painful truth. Ginny and Marcus are both dealing with scars that haven't fully healed. And while I know some fans are holding out hope for a magical reunion, let's be real. Love like theirs isn't easy. It's messy, heavy, and tied up in all the pain they've been through. As much as I'd love to see them reconnect, part of me wonders if they're better off finding peace on their own first. And yeah, I'm still bitter about how things ended. But hey, what's a new season without a little chaos? Season 3 is bringing in new faces to stir the pot, and I am so here for it. Tiernan joins as Wolf, one of Ginny's classmates in her poetry group. But here's the twist. He doesn't even like poetry. That kind of energy? You know he's going to challenge Ginny in all the best and worst ways. He's the kind of character who might just force her to confront parts of herself she's been avoiding. And then there's Noah Lamy stepping into the role of Triss, a skateboarder with a deep, unbreakable bond to Marcus and Silver. Now let's be real, anyone who rolls with Marcus isn't going to just quietly slip into the background. Triss isn't just another character, he has the potential to flip the entire friend group dynamic on its head. I'm expecting drama, tension, and who knows, maybe even a little unexpected romance. His presence will shake things up, and I can already feel the chemistry and conflict building between him and the rest of the group. Buckle up, because things are about to get complicated. But seriously, what do you think? Is Georgia really about to lose everything she's fought for, everything she loves? Is this the beginning of the end for her tight-knit family? Can Marcus and Ginny somehow find their way back to each other? Or are we about to witness the rise of brand new, unpredictable storylines that could shift everything we thought we knew about this show? I'm on the edge of my seat, waiting to see how all these relationships are going to evolve. I want to hear from you. Who are you rooting for in Season 3? Which characters are you most invested in? And what storyline do you think is going to explode first, completely flipping the script? Let's talk. And despite some major behind-the-scenes changes like Deborah J. Fisher stepping down as showrunner and Sarah Glinsky taking the reins, I'm still feeling hopeful about Season 3. After all, Sarah Lampert, the mastermind behind the show's heart and soul, is still very much involved. She knows exactly how to make Ginny and Georgia shine. And with Glinsky now leading the charge, I'm excited to see what fresh energy she brings to the table. If anything, these changes could make Season 3 even more electrifying. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate just how huge Ginny and Georgia has become. If you're still wondering, this isn't just another popular Netflix series, it's a full-blown phenomenon. This show has dominated Netflix's top 10 charts worldwide, consistently holding its own against global titans like Stranger Things, Bridgerton, and You. The numbers don't lie. Ginny and Georgia has captured a massive, devoted audience, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. Why? Because Ginny and Georgia isn't your typical teen drama. It's not just another heartwarming, feel-good family story. This show is layered, raw, and constantly pushing the boundaries of what we expect from the genre. Sure, people love to compare it to Gilmore Girls, and yes, the mother-daughter dynamic is front and center. But let's be real, Ginny and Georgia takes that foundation and cranks it up to 100. This show isn't afraid to get darker, grittier, and more emotionally intense. We're talking secrets, trauma, murder, betrayal, mental health struggles, identity crises, toxic relationships, the kind of stuff that digs deep and hits you right in the gut. This show doesn't play it safe. It dives headfirst into the chaos and shows you the ugly truths behind family, love, and survival. Georgia isn't a perfect mom. Ginny isn't a perfect daughter. And you know what? That's what makes them feel real. We're watching two flawed, complicated women trying to carve out their own paths in a world that constantly tests them, and they collide with each other and everyone around them. That's the kind of storytelling that resonates especially with viewers who are done with picture-perfect, cookie-cutter characters and crave something that feels genuine. Something they can connect with on a deeper level. And let's not forget how visually stunning and expertly acted this series is. From the sharp, quick-witted dialogue to the emotional gut punches and the unexpected twists that leave you breathless, every episode pulls you in deeper. You don't just watch this show. You experience it.